In this video, we're talking about how to solve an equation where we have a variable on both sides. So normally we're just given an equation where our variable x is either only on the left side or only on the right side. But now we're dealing with equations where we have an x on the left and an x on the right. So how do we go about solving for x when we're given an equation like that? Well, the answer is we want to get all of our x's on the same side, and we want to get all of our whole numbers on the opposite side, and then we can solve for x. The way that we're going to do that is just by keeping our equation balanced. So here in this first example, we have 3x plus 3 is equal to x minus 5. Let's get all of our x's on the left by subtracting x from both sides. Here we have this x by itself. We want to subtract x from both sides. That means we have to subtract it also over here on the left. And when we do, we get 3x minus x is a 2x plus 3 is equal to x plus a negative x is 0. 0 minus 5 is still just negative 5. Now we want to get our whole numbers on the right hand side, so we're going to subtract 3 from both sides to get rid of 3 over here. When we do, we'll get 2x plus 3 and minus 3 are going to cancel with one another. 2x plus 0 is still just 2x. And then over on the right, negative 5 plus a negative 3 is a negative 8. Now we just want to divide both sides by 2, because that'll get x by itself. We'll get the 2's to cancel. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times x is still just x, so we're left with x on the left-hand side. And then on the right, we get negative 8 divided by 2. Well, we have a negative divided by a positive, so we know our answer is going to be negative. And we know that 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 goes into 8 4 times. So x equals negative 4. Here we have a slightly more complicated example. Before we can start moving terms to the right and the left, we need to combine like terms on the left side and combine like terms on the right side. So over here on the left, we have a positive 4x, a positive 5x, and a negative 2x. Those are all like terms because they're all x to the first power. So 4 of them plus 5 of them is 9. Minus 2 of them is 7, so we have a positive 7x. That takes care of this one, and this one. And then we're just left with the whole number 2, so we get plus 2. Equal to on the right-hand side, we have like terms in our whole numbers 12 and negative 2. 12 minus 2 is a positive 10, so we get 10 plus 3x. And now that we've combined our like terms, we can go ahead and start moving things to opposite sides of the equation by keeping things balanced. So we'll subtract 3x from both sides to get rid of it over here on the right. Subtract 3x. 7x minus 3x is 4x. We leave our plus 2 equal to 10. And then positive 3x minus 3x is going to be a 0. So we're just left with 10. Subtracting 2 from both sides, we get 4x plus 2 minus 2 is 0. 4x plus 0 is still 4x. And then 10 minus 2 gives us 8. Dividing both sides by 4, always keeping the equation balanced and doing the same thing to both sides. 4 over 4 is 1, and 1 times x is still just x, so we get x is equal to a positive divided by a positive is going to be a positive. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so we get a final answer of x equals 2. So that's how you go about solving for your variable when you have the variable on both sides of the equation.